Hey guys, so we just had the Indie World video presentation and saw a bunch of new indie games coming for the Nintendo Switch. Historically, when Nintendo does one of these indie video presentation things, they usually do a Nintendo Direct shortly after. Usually it's the following month. So a lot of people are guessing that we may be getting a Nintendo Direct in September at some point. Well, I just got some new evidence that could point towards this. So last night I was sent this by PapaGenos, and I'm just going to read it. It says, I just wanted to quickly bring up something at PapaGenos. We're coming up close on 3 months since E3 2019 took place, and we're sort of in a drought of new Nintendo Switch game announcements. I work at GameStop and saw a number of new unnamed SKUs pop up in our system tonight for the Switch. All are at MSRP $59.99, but no titles. Luigi's Mansion 3 is coming pretty soon, as well as Link's Awakening. I think Nintendo would want to get in at least one more Direct to talk a bit more about those two big titles before release, as well as take the time to announce some info about new games coming out, etc. In short, a possible September Direct incoming? Thanks. And then PapaGenos shared this image of what is apparently those SKUs they were talking about in GameStop's system. If you look close, there are 12 SKUs that say NSW, that stands for Nintendo Switch. They're all available on 12/31/19. That's usually a placeholder date, just meaning they're coming out at some point this year, and they are all in fact $59.99. We can also see 3 other available SKU that are also releasing at 12/31/19. Again, probably a placeholder date for $59.99. Those don't say NSW, so those are probably not Switch titles. In fact, maybe you can scroll up more. I can't really tell here. But the important thing is those 12 Switch SKUs that have apparently popped up in GameStop's system, if this image is to be believed. So we already had the Indie World Showcase just happen, and like I said before, those are usually followed by some sort of Nintendo Direct, usually the month after. So having a September Nintendo Direct to show off whatever these SKUs that just popped up in GameStop's system are makes a lot of sense to me. Someone also recently found plans for Nintendo to make a Super Nintendo controller for the Nintendo Switch, and we also had a while back a Datamined that showed a bunch of Super NES games in the Nintendo Switch's code. Those Super NES games are Breath of Fire 2, Contra 3 The Alien Wars, Demon's Crest, F-Zero, Kirby's Dream Course, Kirby's Dream Land 3, Kirby Superstar, The Legend of the Mystical Ninja, The Legend of Zelda A Link to the Past, Pilot Wings, Poppin' Twinbee, Star Fox, Star Fox 2, Stunt Racer FX, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Super Mario All-Stars, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, Super Metroid, Super Punch-Out, and Super Soccer. So a lot of those Super NES titles appear on the Super NES Classic, but maybe Nintendo feels like they've made enough money off the Super NES Classic and they're ready to make those games available to, say, Switch Online users. That's the other interesting thing about September. We're approaching the 1-year anniversary of Nintendo Switch Online, which already has NES games, so a lot of people have been thinking that Super NES games would get added to that eventually. Maybe that'll happen for the 1-year anniversary. Nintendo Switch Online launched on 9/18 last year, so September 18th, and that's a possibility for when we could get another Nintendo Direct. Maybe they'll do it right on the 1-year anniversary of Switch Online and announce those Super NES games. September 18th is also a Wednesday this year, and a lot of times these Nintendo Directs fall in the middle of the week on like a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, so it would make a lot of sense if September 18th, the 1-year anniversary of Switch Online, is when they want to do this Nintendo Direct, hypothetically. Now, obviously, I can't be sure of the exact date that a Nintendo Direct might be happening, but I do suspect one will happen in September. If anyone out there has access to GameStop's system and wants to check if those SKUs are in fact there, that'd be awesome. Someone just sent me this image, and I haven't actually heard anyone else talking about this, so hopefully we'll hear about this today. Hopefully more people will notice these SKUs. Well, that's everything I have for you guys today. Hopefully we'll have a Nintendo Direct very soon, in like a few weeks or at some point next month in September. If you guys have any thoughts or comments about any of the stuff I talked about in this video, leave them below. So once again, thank you guys for all the subscribes, all the likes. It really helps out the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so, or like the video, or leave a comment, whatever you want. Until next time, have a good one.